resource site 5261. This was a good solution. I really like the elegance of this. A little mechanism that I developed here for that. Entirely satisfied with this. I think the footprint could be reduced even further, but honestly this is a pretty low footprint already. It's decent. Honestly, a lot of these, as long as they were in the bottom category, I was pretty much satisfied with them and stopped after that. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Some of them, like this one, I went super crazy on with the blocks. This is all pretty much actuated by the output of that. Then I have a little conveyor that pushes this back. And between the vertical welder, the side welder, there's a little hole in this mechanism. Allows it to rotate, but only when there's one, and as soon as it welds, it stops rotating. I really like this solution. I think I was on the wiki at one point, and they said the minimum block solution is 11, and nah, it's obviously 5. I can't imagine anything getting even lower than this. Yep. Basically just split it 4 ways and have sub-rotators on every other so that they match up. I really like how they all come together at exactly the perfect timing. Then that just gets rotated in. Kind of funny because first time I tried this solution, I had the rotators the wrong way and it was going in backwards. Yeah, there's no drop mechanisms here. I'm not sure entirely how I got this bit suspended. There's no attachment to anything else, so I honestly have no idea how this is floating. It's working though. Basically take my got a little timer output to push them out. And then I have this set up to split them so that I can get. Oh yeah, I remember now. I had this little 1x. I can actually reduce the footprint of this. Well, 1x is where they're rotating, so you can't really reduce that anyway. Then it basically feeds them backwards. I have that little inverted pusher just to keep them out, hooked up to this, because all the because of how I have the wiring set up, it works pretty well. Because all the wiring's where the block's already going to be, there's no real performance impact of this. Or no footprint impact, I should say. That one's a pretty excellent one. I'm pretty happy with that one. This is my low block count one. Pretty basic setup. Just split them, then combine them in pairs. Then I have that set up so that it perfectly welds them together in bits of 4. Using outputs to push other blocks, I might actually be able to reduce this by 1 or 2 conveyors, but I mean, this is a solution that works pretty well, and it's a pretty low block solution anyway. Pretty happy with that one. This inner mechanism that looks like it's glitching to block those was actually kind of temperamental to get working, but after I got it working, it was a pretty smooth operation. Not entirely satisfied with this. I think I could probably reduce the footprint by 1 or 2 more, but it is what it is. Oh yeah, okay. So I have that, rotate, push. I think if I had, nope, never mind, that wouldn't work. There's a couple of ways I could probably make this better, especially with how, I don't know, because I'm welding them on right after. There's a pretty good solution for footprint. There's probably theoretical ways to do all of these better. Yeah, I might come back and reconfigure this mechanism right here, this end line. Because I'm mostly satisfied with the way that these are split for footprint, but actually I know a better way to do that using inverted pushers. They'll just drop down and okay. So I'm going to retool that for a lower footprint score. Probably cut 5 to 10 off, depending on how much I can trim down this end bit. At least 6 right now that I'm saying could be removed. Might actually be able to remove 10. Looking at this now. This is definitely a good solution, but not one of my best pieces, especially since I'm actively seeing ways to rework it. Pretty satisfied with the way this little rotating system works. I might actually be able to remove that. Yeah. Nope, that's necessary to clear the rotator room. Yeah, that was a pretty decent solution. I can definitely remove some of these. I think I can remove these two though. Nope, only one. Oh, that's okay. Yeah. Yeah, that works pretty good. Gotta give myself a little bit of credit though. I was having a pretty tough time when I was playing this game, so. I'm not entirely sure why this solution is as slow as it is. Split them up, rotate them, weld that. I have a little mechanism that basically only make one copy of the same part and weld two copies of it together. I know I have made a faster solution. Not sure why I left it with this solution back when I used to play this game a bit more. I'm definitely going to come back and get a solution at least as fast as my record or faster. This one's still pretty decent though. I like this. Yeah, I've got S165. Not sure why I didn't leave that in my save file. Oh yeah, this got a little weird for the footprint. I think. No, there's not really a better way to condense this extension in. That's alright. All these get welded up and combined. I'm going to take the output. Once I got two loaded up in this little magazine, that pushes that out. Gets them going. These are set up and just waiting for the I-beam to cross. And that pretty much pushes them in twice. Kind of like I got it all hooked up on the same wiring system. Okay, I got this one figured out. This one uses a pretty similar ending mechanism to my first speedy solution, where it basically makes mirrors. This is slightly altered though to be a lower block version of it. My cargo uplifter. I have no idea how this one works. It's been too long since I've played. Okay, splitter, welders. Okay, that's gonna be a little tricky to figure out. Okay, so those drop in. Sets up the main body. Flow over, gets welded on, comes into the side. I have no idea what that drill's doing there, probably a leftover from a failed concept. This one's pretty decently fast though. We got a welder pusher set up. Oh, I like that, how the sensor is in between. Okay. Oh, I see. So those are for those middle two that are going to normally come with it, so that it's only that weird L shape. Yep. Technically that's a non-infinite solution, but with that stack it's more than enough to get completion of that because there's a huge delay on getting these bits over. Alright. Now for my low block version. This is a somewhat similar base mechanism to the last one, my low footprint solution, just heavily optimized how it's laid out so that I minimize block material. Like I have a different splitting welding system over here, and a lot of these start to push out past it. The solution, I think, is infinite though, because of the massive delay in a couple of different components. Actually, no, this one isn't. Yeah, it is. Just had to add the drills until that caught up.